Welcome to Closet Coaching. I want to talk about emotional eating versus binge eating. I've had a lot of questions about my course, but also I just want to answer this in general because there's a lot of people out there who are like, I don't really restrict or binge eat. Like I've worked through diet mentality, but I still deal with emotional eating. And I think emotional eating is different. And in fact, a lot of people will recover from binge eating and still be emotionally eating. So I think that there's a separate layer that needs to be addressed. But here's how I see it as related. And as far as like the way I teach this with clients and also in my course, the foundation of emotional eating, like under it, all like diet mentality and diet culture and restriction still has to be resolved before we can get to the emotional eating layer. And I explain more about this at length in my course. But that piece is still worthy of looking at and being cleared out, and not just physical restriction, but mental restriction, which is usually the big culprit for most people. That's like tier one. And then you can then the emotional piece starts to get addressed, of like learning how to not use food so heavily when we're trying to process emotions and being able to feel, being able to recognize what we're feeling. Like that's a whole process that we usually need a lot of support around. But the way that you can act on them together, and the way for anyone who is asking about like how my course runs, there's still to address the foundations of of eating regularly without food guilt in a rhythmic way that tells your body that you're getting fed and you're getting your needs met physically is still the prerequisite to getting your emotional, like being able to regulate your emotions. So the tactics we use to get through, to recover from binge eating, not tactics, the strategy, we use to recover from binge eating is still applicable to recovering from emotional eating. It's just that usually it takes a lot longer, for binge eating recovery to happen. Whereas if someone's just emotionally eating, you're still going through the same steps, but you'll move through them faster. Like that will resolve faster so that you can get to the emotional layer faster. So it's the same technique actually that we use to address both emotional eating and binge eating recovery. But it's the speed at which you probably move through it is going to be faster if you're already pretty much through diet mentality and diet culture, which most people aren't. So there's still work to do there anyway. But anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. And if you have any other questions, please ask, because I know this is a very, very big topic. And I do believe there's a difference between restriction, physical and mental, and emotional, but they do interlap, and you can still treat the things the same. It's just, there's some slight differences in the speed of it and the intensity of what the focus is. But still same stuff, same material, with some added layers for emotional eating. But anyway, okay, bye.